So if you have a credit score of 300 to 579, that means it is a poor credit. One time, they offered me a 5,000 increase dun sa credit line ko and I accepted it dahil yun nga. And very recently, they offered me another increase of 10,000 and I also accepted that dahil my credit score, when I check Credit Karma just now, is Hi guys! Welcome back to our channel, and in today's video, we're going to talk about credit score. How important is credit score if you are here in Canada? Dahil alam nyo po, nung kararating ko lang dito sa Canada ay hindi ko alam kung ano itong credit score, and even so, I didn't know na may tinatawag pala na credit score kung saan nagbabase ang mga banks and lenders kung kayo ba ay makakuha ng sasakyan or makabili ng bahay dito sa Canada. So in today's video, I will explain to you kung ano ang credit score and what are the things that you need to remember about credit scores here in Canada. And make sure to stick until the end of this video para maintindihan niyo fully kung ano ang credit score at kung paano tayo makakakuha ng mataas na credit score. So guys, without any further ado, let's jump into the video. So first, what is credit score? Ano ba talaga itong 3 digits na ito na kung saan ang lenders ay tumitingin every time tayo ay nag-a-attempt na kumuha ng loan or mortgage. So guys, ang credit score ay nagre-range ng 300 up to 900. So the higher this number is, that means mataas ang credit score nyo, and that ultimately means na mas may chance kayo na makakuha ng loan or better interest kung kayo man ay kumuha ng any type of loan or mortgage. So credit scores are like categorized in brackets kung saan nyo makikita kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng inyong scores. So if you have a credit score of 300 to 579, that means it is a poor credit. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng poor credit? That means hindi kayo responsible sa inyong mga credit card or anything na kailangan yung bayaran. Sometimes this scores means that you have bankruptcies or anything of that sort. And if you have a score of 580 to 669, this means that you have a fair credit score. Hindi pa rin siya maganda guys when it comes to showing it to the lender, but it's better than the poor credit score na I mentioned earlier. This means that kayo ay meron pa rin mga missed payments. For example, ang phone ninyo ay sa telos and you have a bill every month and one time ay na-miss ninyo ang isang buwan na payment. That means malaki ang impact nito sa inyong credit score. So, kung meron kayong fair credit score, that means you maybe have missed a payment or maybe you have higher credit utilization. If you have a score of 670 to 739, that means generally you have a great credit score already. But this could still mean that you probably had a missed payment before or still may minor issues pa rin, just like malaki ang credit utilization ninyo versus the whole amount na inyong credit availability. This range of score is already good when it comes to presenting it to the lender, or if the lender runs a credit score, pag nakikita nila itong score na ito, it means that you are responsible enough for your loans and other types of credits na binabayaran or even so bills. But if you have a higher score than this, which is the 740 up to 799 na score, it is considered very good credit score, and this is a really good chance for you na makakuha ng much better interest and much better advantage when it comes to getting something like a loan. Pag meron kayo nitong very good credit score, is it means na kayo ay very responsible sa inyong mga bayarin, mga bills every month. This is a green flag kumbaga sa lender or sa bank na magpapahiram ng pera kung kukuha ka ng loan, na ikaw ay very responsible na magbayad ng mga utang, which ultimately means na hindi sila mahihirapan na mag-decide kung magkano ang ibibigay sa'yo or kung ikaw ba ay pahihiramin or pakukuhanin ng loan sa bangko. And on the top of the list is the excellent credit score, which is 800 to 900. 100. This is an excellent sign na ikaw ay very responsible na magbayad, and this also means na ikaw ay very low risk lang na borrower. So that means na kapag ikaw ay gustong kumuha ng sasakyan, for example, ang lender ay talagang hindi mag-hesitate na natol na ikaw ay pahihiramin ng pera. And also, for example, you wanna get a credit card, ay mas mataas na credit limit agad-agad ang ibibigay sa'yo. So those are the levels of credit scores na kailangan nyo maintindihan first bago natin talakayin ang ibang mga bagay tungkol sa credit scores. So sino-sino ba itong mga nagre-report ng ating mga credit scores dito sa Canada? So guys, we have generally two agencies na nagre-report ng credit score dito sa Canada, which is the TransUnion and the Equifax. And did you know that you can check your scores free online? Free siya guys, and if you check your credit scores, you don't have to worry na may dip sa inyong credit score or it will negatively impact sa inyong credit score, because this is not something na makaka-apekto sa inyong credit score kapag kayo ay nag-sign up, which is the first one is Borrowell.com, and the second one is Credit Karma. Sa Borrowell guys, ginagamit nila ang Equifax sa pagpo-pull out ng credit score. Ang Credit Karma naman ay TransUnion ang ginagamit nila na agency para mag-pull ng ating mga credit scores. So both of these are free, kaya kung gusto niyo mag-sign up para makita ninyo ang inyong credit scores, ay you can sign up right away using those websites. But there's also another way to see your credit scores na hindi nyo na kailangan mag-set up ng third-party websites, which is inside your bank account. But I'm not sure if all the banks has this credit score checking inside your accounts, but I know that RBC has one because I have an RBC account, and if you go inside your account, you can see na you can check your credit scores. And what I have observed is that parehas lang ang credit score ng Credit Karma and RBC. So that means they are pulling from one source. So what are the things that affects our credit scores? This is very important para alam natin kung itong step na gagawin natin ay will negatively or positively impact our credit score. And the first thing that affects our credit score is our payment history. Ang mga monthly payment natin, just like loans and credit cards, ay makikita natin dito in case we are missing a payment or ang payment natin ay na-delay. So guys, if you have missed a payment, for example, a month ago nakalimutan yung bayaran ng inyong credit card kasi hindi kayo nag-pre-authorized debit din or pre-authorized na payment, this will negatively impact sa inyong credit score. So this means na ang mga credit card or loans natin ay kailangan on time ang payments para hindi maapektuhan ang ating credit score. The next thing that will negatively impact or positively impact our credit score is the credit utilization. Ang ibig sabihin nito ay how much ba ang percentage ng nagamit ninyo na pera compared sa overall na available na credit ninyo. For example is my credit card kayo na 5,000 and then my credit line kayo na 10,000. So overall that is $15,000. And then, sa credit card ninyo, for example, ay na-max out nyo siya ng 5,000. But sa credit line ninyo ay wala kayong nagamit anything. So that means, out of 15,000 na overall available na credit ninyo, ay 5,000 lang ang nagamit. That means that the 5,000 is 30% ng overall na credit limit ninyo na pwede nyo gamitin. So that means, nasa cut-off lang kayo dahil ang ideal credit utilization ay kailangan hindi lalagpas sa 30% ng overall na credit limit ninyo. So for example, ay babayaran ninyo ang 1,000 dun sa 5,000 na nahiram ninyo, so it goes to 4,000. So that means bababa din ang credit utilization percentage ninyo, and that is a good thing when it comes to your credit score. It will impact positively dahil the more na mas mababa sa 30% ang credit utilization ninyo, that is a good thing. So the best advice for this is that try to have your credit utilization na hindi lalagpas sa 30%. If you can have it lower than that, that is better. But kung lalagpas man kayo ng konti sa 30%, try your best na malilesen talaga siya the following months or the following next few months. Another thing na nakakaapekto sa ating credit score ay ang length ng ating credit history. So in my case, when it comes to credit history is nung dumating ako ng Canada, kumuha kami ng sasakyan ng asawa ko in March of 2013. So that time is nag-start na ang aking credit history kasi may loan na ako kasi ang sasakyan ay nakapangalan sa aming dalawa, which means ako ay affected din sa credit history or utilization na yun. So that means my name is starting to acquire credit history na by that time. It depends kung kami ba ay may late payment sa sasakyan namin or kami ba ay nagbabayad monthly without any delay or missed payment at all. So doon talaga nag-start ang aking credit history. And after that, by November of the same year, 2013, is kumuha ako ng credit card sa RBC. That means nadagdagan na naman ang basihan kung magkano ba ang credit score ko based on my credit responsibility. So dalawa na ang nagiging basihan, yung sasakyan, car loan, and also this time is the credit card. So if you count the number of years na kung gaano nakatagal ang aking credit ay 9 years plus na, almost 10 years this year. Matagal na ang credit history ko, matagal na siyang nagsimula. And the more na matagal na ang credit ninyo, yung pinaka-original, is the more na mas better sa inyo when it comes to your credit score. That means na kapag i-close ko ang credit card na RBC ko ngayon ay mag-i-impact sa akin negatively dahil mahabang panahon na ang ginugol ng aking credit history dahil dun sa credit card na yon. So kung i-close ko siya kahit na zero ang balance niya, kahit totally hindi mo ginamit ang available balance niya, is ganun pa rin ang impact niya. The same pa rin ang impact. Kasi ang credit ninyo overall ay binabase sa lahat-lahat ng kung ano yung available na mga credits ninyo, like credit cards and credit lines. The next thing that impacts your credit score is the type of credits and loans that you have. So if you have a mix of credit line, credit card, and like mortgage or personal loan, those sorts of things, kapag mix ang accounts ninyo, it has a positive effect on your credit score. But just a warning na hindi kayo basta-basta na lang kukuha or mag-open ng account or kukuha ng loan just to have a mix of these kinds of credits dahil it will negatively impact your score din. So for example, ay kukuha kayo ng loan ngayon, it will make your score dip a little bit and then it will bounce back in about a few months after that. But the idea is that yun ay magdidip sa inyong credit score dahil ang mga lenders or banks ay magraran ng what we call hard inquiries sa inyong credit score, which will have a negative impact to your score. And another negative thing when it comes to opening new accounts, just like acquiring a new loan, is that you are more prone to financial difficulties dahil nga utang yan. You have to pay for it. And if you will get a credit line, for example, of $5,000, you will see this amount already. And even though it's not yours, yung 5,000 na nakikita ninyo na figure inside your bank account sa credit line is matitempt pa rin kayo na gamitin yun. And it has an interest, as you may know already. That's why it's better na hindi kayo mag-open ng other types of credits as long as you don't need it. Dahil aside from it will negatively impact your credit score, you will be also more prone to financial difficulties dahil nga you are opening to these temptations na gumastos. So let's go into checking credit reports. As I've mentioned earlier, there are generally 2 credit bureaus in Canada kung saan pinupul ang ating credit scores ng mga lenders, and that is TransUnion and Equifax. You can go directly to them and then fill out a form kung saan magre-request kayo ng credit scores ninyo or credit checks and that sort of thing. But I haven't done it personally, and what I use instead is Borrowell and Credit Karma. Karma. I have both accounts open and also I check my credit score inside my RBC account. And I have observed through the years na ang scores ng Credit Karma, which is from TransUnion, is always lower ng score ko from Borrowell, which is from Equifax. But hindi naman ganun kalaki ang difference ng scores nila. And here's one disclaimer for you guys. This is not the absolute score na makikita ng mga lenders or banks kapag kayo ay nag-a-apply ng loans or credits. They have their own type of algorithm kung saan ang score na nakikita nila ay based off of everything na gusto nilang ilagay doon. Lahat ng instances, lahat ng situations tungkol sa inyo, tungkol sa financial history ninyo. So that means that kahit na nakikita ninyo na ang score ninyo sa Credit Karma or sa Borrowell ay 750, it doesn't mean na ito talaga yung nakikita ng lender kapag kayo ay nag-apply ng loan. And then in my observation is that I think hindi naman ganoon kalayo talaga ang credit score na nakikita ng lenders dun sa nakikita ninyo from your bank account or from Borrowell and Credit Karma. Malalaman mo lang na konti lang ang diferensya ng nakikita ng lender sa nakikita mo dahil bibigyan kanila na for example better interest or high credit limit dun sa credit card na kinuha ninyo. So that is from my own observation lang. So how do you really improve your credit score? First of all is you don't miss a payment, not a single missed payment. Dahil alam nyo ba, I have experienced this before, na ang telos ay nagre-report sa mga credit bureaus, including doon ang credit mo sa telos, which is that is a revolving account. Kasi nga every month, diba, nagbibilang telos and then nagbabayad tayo. And one time, may 1 month ako na na-miss payment, and did you know guys na malaki talaga ang impact nito sa credit score ko. And the thing is that time, I have no idea about this yet. Talagang wala pa akong idea dito sa mga credit score na ito, kung paano mag-check, kung ganito ang gagawin natin, kung magkampante tayo na may late payment tayo, ay negative pala ang impact doon sa credit score natin. Those were not in my mind before. Kaya, nung nag-start na ako na mag-sign up sa Credit Karma, doon ko na nakita na may missed payment pala ako. Kaya pala dito sa mga time na to, it was like around 670 or something yung credit score ko nung time na yon, dahil siguro dun sa late payment na yon. Dahil ang late payment ay one of the things na malaki ang impact sa credit score natin. And another thing to do when it comes to enhancing your credit score is that, as I've mentioned earlier, kailangan below 30% lang ang credit utilization natin. And I have one tip for you when it comes to this. Kapag kayo ay may credit card and halimbawa ay nag-offer sa inyo ang credit card company na i-increase ang limit ninyo ng like let's say $3,000 dahil kayo ay good payer, on time magbayad, and so inoferan kayo ng credit limit na 3,000 more. That is on top of what you have right now. So if I were you guys, this is not a financial advice but this is what I've been doing para ma-improve yung credit utilization ko. So what I'm doing is that I accept that offer but I don't necessarily use that available balance dahil ang goal ko lang doon is to increase my overall credit availability para ang percentage ng aking utilization ay bababa. So for example, you have 10,000 na overall right now and 5,000 of that available balance is nagamit ninyo. So you have 50% credit utilization. But kapag may offer sa inyo ng 5,000 more sa credit limit ninyo and then you accept it, that means 15,000 na lahat-lahat ang inyong credit limit or credit availability. And since 5,000 lang ang nagamit ninyo out of 15,000, that means nakapasok na kayo sa 30% instead of 50% na credit utilization. I hope that makes sense guys kasi that is important to understand para ma-enhance ang ating mga credit score. The last but not the least thing to do when it comes to enhancing your credit score is that to manage your credits as long as you can. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ko nito? Sa example ko na sa akin ay 2013 nag-start ang credit history ko. I have this RBC credit card na nag-open ng 2013 is kailangan hindi ko siya i-close. If you have seen on one of my videos, sinasabi ko na we are using overall in our household one credit card only for every single thing, every purchase. Dahil ang ina-after namin ay ang points. yun yung credit card namin. Meron kaming credit card. Ginagamit namin yun sa lahat ng mga pinagbibili namin sa business. Kaya, madaling lumubo yung points. But, it doesn't mean na I only have one card. I have other cards, guys, but they are just open for the sake of my credit score. I don't necessarily use it. It's zero balance. There's nothing used in the available balance, but I keep it open. I don't use it, but I don't close the account. Dahil nga, it is for my credit score. Para ang credit score ko ay hindi maapektuhan. So, for the sake of being transparent, guys, I am going to tell you today kung ano ang credit score ko, magkano ang credit score ko, and then also kung ano ang ginagawa ko to enhance my credit score. So first of all, as I've mentioned, is hindi ko kino-close ang mga dati or older credit cards ko. Another thing is that I have an RBC credit line. And every time na mag-o-offer sila sa akin ng pre-approved na increase is I take it. Sometimes I just click the button and then mag-i-improve na yung credit available ko. Which is one time they offered me a 5,000 increase dun sa credit line ko and I accepted it dahil yun nga ang aking purpose ay for my credit score. And very recently, they offered me another increase of 10,000 and I also accepted that dahil it will really enhance my credit score, which is my goal here. It doesn't necessarily mean na gagamitin ko yung available na credit na yun, but I will take it dahil it's on my advantage when it comes to my credit score. Another thing that I'm doing is that I do pre-authorized in everything, in every bill that I have, kahit na mga credit card, any type of bills that I have, para I will never have any missed payments. So, for example, is like telos, kailangan naka-pre-authorize na siya para kahit na mawala sa isip mo na bill time na pala is automatic siya na magbabayad and you don't have to worry about late payments or anything like that. And also when it comes to credit cards, did you know that kapag lumabas ang statement ng credit card, kailangan yung bayaran yun agad if you don't have a pre-authorized na nakaset up sa inyong credit card, dahil kapag na-late ang bayad ninyo, it will negatively impact your score already. So what I'm doing is that I have this pre-authorized ng minimum, at least minimum. But since ako ay diligently talaga, very diligent sa pag-check ng aking credit line kung lumabas na ba ang statement, is that when I see na pwede ko na siyang bayaran, is that I pay it in full as much as possible. Dahil my goal is that I don't want to go into debt. So that's why I really manage everything diligently. Kailangan on time ang pagbabayad and as much as possible, pre-authorized debit, guys. And here's what you're waiting for. My credit score. When I check Credit Karma just now is 783 and this is the same with my RBC credit score. But on my Borrowell account, my score there is 820. These scores, guys, as I have said earlier, is not the absolute number that the lenders will see. They have their own thing, but it's a good habit now. We will check our scores every now and then using these free credit reports from either Borrowell or Credit Karma para malaman naman natin kung saan tayo nagre-range. Not necessarily na absolute itong mga score na to, but it's very important dahil dito nyo rin makikita in case someone is using your identity para kumuha ng credit or any type of loan. Okay? So, in case identity theft happens to you, dito ay makikita ninyo kasi meron sila dito sa credit report. So guys, that's all I can share with you today about credit scores, and I will update this video in the coming months or year or so in case something comes up that is significant when it comes to credit scores. And guys, if you have enjoyed this video or you find this video helpful at all, please subscribe to our channel and like this video dahil it helps a lot for the algorithm to push it to more people, especially for those people who need to see this video. And of course, as always, I'm thankful for all of you guys who keeps watching our videos, and I'll see you on the next one.